Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into email marketing.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it should be interesting. We got a request from a listener who wants to know more about how email marketing can help grow a business.
Okay.
And they actually pointed us to this article on Medium called From Leads to Loyalty: How Email Marketing Accelerates Business Expansion.
I've seen that one. It's a good one.
Yeah, and it's written by someone who actually used email marketing to grow their own business.
Oh, wow. So it's from experience.
Exactly. They go by the name I Tried It.
Makes sense.
So in the article, they cover some really interesting stuff like how to use email to turn website visitors into leads and then into paying customers,
Uh-huh.
and then how to build loyalty for long-term growth. So are you ready to break it all down?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. So one of the things that really stood out to me about this article is that it's not just theory, The author is sharing their actual experience, like what worked for them and what didn't.
Yeah, I really like that about it, too. It felt very relatable.
Exactly. And they start by talking about a problem that I think a lot of businesses face, which is having a lot of website traffic, but not a lot of customer engagement.
Ah, yeah, the classic revolving door.
Right. People visit the website, maybe take a quick look around, but then they disappear.
And you never hear from them again.
Exactly. So have you ever encountered that in your work?
Oh, absolutely. It's so common. Businesses put a lot of effort into getting people to their website,
Right.
but then they don't have a good system for capturing those leads and keeping them engaged.
And that's where email marketing comes in.
Right. And that's exactly what I Tried It talks about.
Perfect. So let's talk about the first key takeaway. The author emphasizes using email to capture leads and provide value from the very beginning.
Okay, I'm listening.
So they talk about things like having opt-in forms on their website where people can sign up for their email list.
Yes, a classic strategy.
And they also offered incentives like discounts or free ebooks in exchange for email addresses.
Smart. Give
Yeah.
people a reason to sign up.
Exactly. So I'm curious, from your perspective, why do you think this kind of lead magnet strategy is so effective?
Well, I think it taps into the psychological principle of reciprocity. Like when someone gives you something valuable, you naturally feel obligated to give something back.
Interesting. So in this case, they're giving their email address in return.
Exactly. It's like a little exchange of value. And it helps establish a sense of trust, which is so important in any relationship, including the relationship between a business and its customers.
Oh, that's a great point. So it's not just about collecting email addresses, it's about starting a conversation and building a connection.
Exactly.
And the author really stresses the importance of providing genuine value in those initial emails, not just bombarding people with sales pitches.
Yeah, you don't want to scare people away right off the bat.
Right, you want to show them that you understand their needs and that you're committed to providing them with valuable information, resources, or even just entertainment.
That's about nurturing a relationship,
Exactly.
not just chasing a transaction.
Yeah. I love that, nurturing a relationship. That's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
Okay, so we've talked about capturing leads and providing value, but what happens next? How do we turn those leads into paying customers?
Well, I Tried It talks about the importance of nurturing those leads. And one of the key weapons in their arsenal is personalization.
Personalization. Yes, I was going to say the same thing.
So powerful, right?
It is. So how did they use personalization in their email marketing?
Well, they talk about going beyond just basic segmentation, like just dividing their list into men and women or by age group.
Okay.
They actually tailored their email content based on individual user behavior. Like, let's say someone abandons their cart.
Uh-huh.
They might send a follow-up email offering a gentle nudge to complete the purchase, or maybe a limited time discount.
Oh, that's clever.
Or if someone browses a specific product page on the website,
Mm-hmm.
they could send a follow-up email with more detailed information about that product.
Oh, I see. So it's about anticipating their needs and providing them with a tailored experience that feels very personal.
Exactly. And it makes the customer feel seen and understood,
Yeah.
which is so important in today's digital world where everything can feel so impersonal.
That's so true. I mean, we all want to feel like we're more than just a number, right?
Absolutely. And when you can create that kind of personalized experience, it not only increases the chances of a conversion,
Right.
but it also helps strengthen the customer relationship, which can lead to long-term loyalty.
That's a great point. So it's not just about making that one-time sale, it's about building a lasting connection.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got capturing leads, nurturing those leads, and now let's talk about building loyalty. The author emphasizes that email isn't just about making the initial sale, it's about fostering lasting connections that keep customers coming back for more.
Yeah, think of it as an ongoing conversation. You want to stay top of mind with your customers by providing them with valuable content, exclusive deals, personalized recommendations.
I see. So they mentioned things like newsletters, exclusive deals, and personalized content to keep their audience engaged.
All great tactics. Newsletters allow you to share valuable insights or just behind-the-scenes glimpses into your brand.
Right. And exclusive deals make customers feel valued.
Exactly. And then personalized content helps ensure that they're only getting information that's relevant to their interests.
So it's about providing value even after the sale is complete.
Exactly.
Okay, this is all great stuff. But how do we actually know what's working? How do we track our progress and make sure our email marketing efforts are actually paying off?
That's where the power of data comes in.
Ah, data, the fuel of the digital age.
Exactly. And I tried it. It really emphasizes that one of the great things about email marketing is its trackability.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
You have access to so much information. Open rates, click-through rates, conversion rates.
Oh, wow. So we can actually see what's resonating with our audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can use that data to make adjustments and improve your campaigns over time.
So it's not just about sending out emails and hoping for the best. It's about using data to make informed decisions.
Absolutely. And the author actually shared a really interesting discovery.
What's that?
They found that even small tweaks, like the timing of an email, could make a big difference in engagement.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. So it's really about constantly experimenting and testing to see what works best.
Exactly. A/B testing is your best friend in email marketing. You can test different subject lines, different calls to action, even different layouts to see what resonates best with your audience.
Wow. So there's a lot to consider.
Mm.
But it sounds like a really powerful and strategic approach to marketing.
It definitely is.
So before we move on, I think it's worth emphasizing something that I tried it really hammered home.
Okay, what's that?
Email marketing isn't about spamming people with generic messages. It's about building genuine relationships by providing value at every stage.
Oh, absolutely. It's about treating your subscribers like real people
Exactly.
with real needs and interests.
Okay, this has been a great discussion so far. I'm really starting to see the potential of email marketing. And you know what? You actually brought some other materials with you today, right? Like some statistics and reports.
Yes, I did. I thought we could take a look at those next.
Perfect. Let's see what those numbers have to say about the power of email in driving business growth.
Sounds great. So you brought some statistics with you.
Yeah, from a marketing report.
Oh, cool.
And it had some really interesting numbers. Like it said that email marketing has an average return on investment of $40 for every $1 spent.
Wow. That's impressive.
I know. So what do you think makes email such a powerful tool for driving results?
Well, for one thing, email is still a very widely used form of communication.
Sure.
I mean, billions of people use email every day.
Yeah, that's a huge potential audience.
It is. But that also means it's important to make your emails stand out in a crowded inbox.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So how can we do that?
Well, that's where personalization comes in again.
Ah, personalization. Always a good strategy.
The report actually found that personalized emails drive 6 times higher transaction rates compared to generic emails.
Oh, wow. That's a big difference.
It is.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that when you tailor your message to the individual recipient, you're much more likely to get their attention and get them to take action.
It's about making that connection, right?
Exactly. And the report also highlighted that marketers themselves recognize the power of email.
Oh, really?
Almost 60% of them identified email as their top source of ROI.
Interesting. So it's not just some outdated marketing tactic. It's still very relevant.
Definitely.
Oh.
But, as great as email marketing is, it's important to remember that it's not a standalone solution.
Oh, that's a good point.
You also included this white paper about the customer journey,
Oh, yeah. That one.
and it really emphasizes the need for an integrated marketing strategy.
Right. It's not just about email. It's about all the different ways that customers interact with the business.
Exactly. We're talking social media, website visits, in-store experiences, and of course, email communications
And they all need to work together seamlessly.
to create a positive customer experience.
So how does email fit into that broader customer journey?
Well, the white paper points out that email can be really effective at certain stages, like onboarding new customers.
Okay, I'm listening.
When someone first signs up for your service or buys a product from you,
Mm-hmm.
a well-crafted welcome email series can really help introduce them to your brand and make them feel valued.
Well, that's a good idea. Instead of just leaving them to figure things out on their own.
Exactly. You're guiding them through the process and setting the stage for a long-term relationship.
Makes sense. What other stages did they mention?
They also talked about using email for re-engaging customers who've maybe drifted away
Oh, yeah, people who haven't made a purchase in a while.
or haven't opened your recent emails.
Yeah, how do we bring those people back into the fold?
Well, the white paper suggested sending a well-timed and personalized re-engagement campaign.
Okay, like a gentle reminder that you're still here.
Exactly. And you could even offer them some kind of incentive to come back, like a discount or a freebie.
Interesting. So email can play a role throughout the entire customer journey.
Absolutely.
But we've been talking about all the positives of email marketing, but I did want to bring up something that kind of goes against everything we've been saying.
Oh, what's that?
You included an opinion piece from Forbes, and it actually argued that email marketing is dying.
Oh, yeah, I saw that article. It's pretty provocative.
It was, and they basically said that younger generations are less responsive to email, that they prefer channels like social media and messaging apps.
Right. They even use the term email fatigue to describe how overwhelmed people are with the sheer volume of emails they receive.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we all have inboxes overflowing with messages.
It's true. So what do you think? Is email really dead?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, the marketing report we were just looking at shows that email still delivers a great return on investment.
Yeah, that's true. And even the Forbes article acknowledged that email is still important for certain things, like building relationships with customers and driving sales.
Exactly. And they even admitted to using email marketing for their own business.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
It is. But I do think it's a good reminder that we need to be thoughtful about how we use email.
We don't want to contribute to email fatigue.
Exactly. So how can marketers make sure their emails stand out in a crowded inbox?
Well, that's where the email best practices guides come in.
Oh, yeah. You brought some of those, too.
They offer a lot of great tips on things like crafting compelling subject lines, designing visually appealing emails, and delivering high-quality content that people actually want to read.
So it's not just about sending any old email. It's about creating an experience that people will enjoy.
Exactly. And that's what we'll dive into next. We'll explore those best practices and see how we can create email campaigns that truly stand out from the crowd.
Awesome. I'm excited to learn more. So we know email marketing can be effective.
If you do it right.
But how do we make sure our emails actually get read?
Yeah.
Cut through all that noise.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, you brought some guides on email best practices, so hopefully they have some answers.
They do. They have some great advice. One thing they really emphasize is the importance of a strong subject line.
Oh, yeah, the subject line. That's the first thing people see, right?
Exactly. It's like the headline of an article
It's got to grab their attention.
and make them want to open the email.
So what are some tips for writing a good subject line?
Well, the guides suggest using strong verbs, creating a sense of urgency or exclusivity, and personalizing it with the recipient's name or interests.
Oh, personalization. We've talked about that before.
The powerful tool.
It really makes the email feel more personal, less like a mass marketing blast.
Exactly. But even with the perfect subject line, your email won't succeed if the content isn't good.
Right. It's got to be interesting and engaging.
The guides really stress the importance of high-quality content
Yeah.
that provides genuine value to the reader.
No one wants to read a boring email.
Or an email that's just trying to sell them something.
So what kind of content should we be including?
It really depends on your audience and your goals.
Okay.
You could share blog posts, offer discounts, provide tips and advice.
Oh, or tell stories.
Yes, stories are a great way to connect with people on an emotional level.
So it's all about giving people a reason to not just open the email, but to actually read it and engage with your brand.
Exactly. And speaking of engagement, the guides also talk about the importance of clear calls to action.
Oh, yeah. Calls to action. Tell people what you want them to do.
Right, don't make them guess. Whether it's visiting your website, making a purchase, or signing up for an event,
Make it clear.
use strong, actionable language.
Okay.
Make the call to action visually prominent, and don't be afraid to repeat it multiple times throughout the email.
Repetition is key.
It is. And last but not least, the guides emphasize the importance of design.
Oh, yeah. The email has to look good, too.
It's about creating a visually appealing experience that complements your content.
I get it. No one wants to read an email that's cluttered and confusing.
The guides recommend a clean layout with plenty of white space, high-quality images, and a mobile responsive design.
So it looks good on any device.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got a compelling subject line, high-quality content, clear calls to action, and an attractive design. Sounds like we have all the ingredients for a successful email marketing campaign.
I think so too. And the best part is, these best practices can be applied across all different types of email campaigns.
Whether it's a welcome email, a newsletter, a promotional blast, or a re-engagement campaign.
It's a versatile framework.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into email marketing, what would you say are the most important takeaways for our listeners?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that email marketing is all about relationships.
Building relationships.
Exactly. It's about treating your subscribers like individuals, understanding their needs, and delivering value.
Not just blasting them with generic messages.
Right. It's about having a conversation with them.
I love that analogy. A conversation, it's about building a connection and nurturing that connection over time.
So to our listener out there who's thinking about using email marketing,
Yes.
I would say embrace that conversational approach.
Talk to your subscribers like they're your friends.
Give them content they actually want to read,
And make them feel valued.
and they'll keep coming back for more.
Exactly.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into email marketing.
It was fun.
And to all our listeners out there, keep exploring, keep experimenting, and keep those emails flowing.